this is where it's at. High stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back, celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. I've been getting money, ho, grinding with my kinfolk, riding in the Benzo, sitting on Lorenzo's.
Yeah, it's go time. It's go time. That's right. It's episode 3 of season 2 of the Commissioner's Recap. You already know who I am. I'm the Commissioner, aka Rae Trilogy, man. I got a dope show for you lined up today, and I got a dope ghost guest in the building with me today. What's going on, everybody? Before we get started, you know we got to pay the bills and we got to show love to our sponsors, D-Rock. Yeah. Shout out to D-Rock Clothing. You know, they sponsor the whole iBoxing Hub thing. Shout out to the whole iBoxing Hub family. You already know you're locked in with the Commissioner. And today is the Commissioner's Recap. You know what I'm saying? We got some things to talk about. But before we get into all that, you see the background. You already know my single, Trill out now on all streaming services. I got to do a promo for that or I wouldn't be Trill.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the Trill, cause this is where it's at.
Yeah. You already know we locked in. Shout out to CJ for reposting the stream. Much love to CJ. She's always showing love. Nothing but respect. Once again, like I was telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I got a special guest in the building with me today. You seen him on season 1 of the Commissioner's Recap. I had to bring it back, and you're gonna see him more on this channel. That's the Boxing Man. What's going on, my brother? How's everything?
Trill, what a promo as ever. That was different, classmate. Yeah, thanks for having me back. I always love shooting the talk with you around this boxing that we all love, you know.
Yeah, definitely, my brother. It's been a lot going on in the boxing world since we last talked. There's been a lot of fights going on. I want to pick your brain about some other stuff that's going on. Right off the rip. I gotta know what you're feeling. You know, we just had an exciting week of boxing. We're gonna get into that. Let's talk about what got everybody talking. The first round KO by Woodson III. If you didn't see this KO, it was one of those ones. It was one of those ones that a lot of people, they showing love. A lot of people are critiquing. We're just going to show it. And I want you to tell me what you think right when you first see it.
There's a straight shot. I thought Lima was going to land it, but he got caught by Ennis. Beautiful uppercut. He got dropped in round number 1.
As soon as Boots turns left-handed, both of them exchange left hands. Boots landed on the money. Lima's hurt.
What a debut for Boots. Can he seal the deal right away? This crowd is on fire, and so is Ennis. And down again goes Lima. Lima's lucky he hit the deck when he did. That referee was about to step in and wave this fight off. Still plenty of time for Woodson to get this stoppage. Lima's been hit by a Philadelphia freight train. And maybe he is the best fighter we've ever seen. Eddie Hurst seems to think so. And he's just done it. Round 1, destruction. Woodson.
Yeah. Much love, 20 boxing, much love. After you see that, What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
You know what it's like on this space, on the X space. You know, if you get behind somebody, people call you a fanboy or whatever, and then you get the other side of it where people are talking about how terrible a matchup that it was for Boots. Mm-hmm. I ended the night, you know, I was quite vocal on Saturday with all the boxing. I was watching it all day, and I ended the night with a tweet that said, "Boots is special. Good night, everybody." Like for me. You know, Eddie has us all believing, you know, and Eddie will get carried away. He's got one, and I know we might touch on it in a bit, but he's got one eye on Joshua out the door. Canelo's kind of won't be ever getting a big fight with him again, so he's got to build somebody up. And Trill, I obviously I want to see him step up the levels. I want to see him challenged and tested. But he's special. You look at those combinations there, regardless of what we think about Lima, the combinations were absolutely beautiful. He went headhunting to finish it, but he starts it with body shots as well. That's what starts the attack. And then he headhunts for the third, or when the referee steps in. So for me, I believe he's very, very special.
What do you want to see next from Boots? You know, Max Kellerman said he wanted to see him in there with Crawford. I don't want to see that. I think that ship has sailed. I would like to see him in there with who he called out next, a Virgil Ortiz or somebody of that type of class or level. You tell me, who would you like to see him in there with?
Yeah, I mean, I think Crawford's pretty much shown us now that he's on a different level to anything we've seen in a very long time. So is he ready for a matchup against somebody that's just gone and done that to Canelo? I don't think he necessarily is, and that isn't the fight for me. The fight that I do like the sound of that fight. And I know they're back and forth in now, aren't they? About there was contract sent, someone didn't sign something, and they've started calling each other out. But that'd be a great fight. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. We're all gonna tune in and watch that for sure.
Yeah. I think that's a good fight that they could make. Do you think that they're gonna be afraid to match Boots up with somebody that's a real test right now? Because just like you said, AJ's on his way out, Canelo's on his way out. They need a new star. Do you think that they're going to be reluctant to put him in there with any killers like that we want to see? Do you think that we'll get the Virgil fight, or no? That's just all smoke and mirrors.
Well, again, let's think about it. You know, there's lots of rumblings of where this Saudi thing's going, and you know all the conversations around what it's doing for boxing. But if Turkey's invested, it's going to happen. It will happen with or without Eddie being built up, because the money will just be too big. If he thinks that Boots is a killer, he wants killers on his shows. So being attached to Matchroom and DAZN, if Turkey wants that fight, he'll definitely put the money up for it. So yeah, I think we'll see it. I don't think they're going to go. Virgil Watt is a great fighter, but I don't think he's going to go running from that one. I just don't think that. You know, let's see what happens with Crawford's next move. You know, if Boots did fight Virgil and put on a destruction job, then maybe we can't turn our back on that fight, Trill. Maybe that's the big fight that we want to see. You know.
Yeah, I want to see Virgil in Boots. I'm not gonna lie to you. Me and you, we just gonna kick it like it's just me and you. You know what I was having the feeling like it's gonna come down to like money. Like, who's going to want more? Someone's going to want this, and someone's going to want that. And that's why we don't end up getting this fight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come down to money and negotiations. And for some odd reason, like good fights like this, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, being a Debbie Downer, but I hope we do get that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're being honest, what side holds it up?
That's the tough. That's you know what I'm saying. That's the whole tough thing to see who really is the A side in this situation.
Yeah.
Would you say Virgil is? Would you say Virgil is, or would you say Boots is? Because they both are the men, depending on where you put them at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, difficult. Obviously, with this latest bit of press that Eddie's saying he's one of the greatest fighters that he's ever worked with. He's building to make sure that he's the A side. He's getting us all thinking that is the A side. But I don't know. You remember when they were trying to make the Joshua and Fury fight before it all went crazy again, and the Wilder 3 fight came in, and in the end they just had to shake hands on a 50-50 when it looked like it was finally going to get done.
Yeah,
these boys, if they want it, Trill, they're going to have to go 50-50 because neither man is even going to take a 51-49 split. Like, they're not, because they're both saying that they're the A side.
Yeah. We had Brian Norman Sr. on the show, and we interviewed him, me and Trey. Shout out to Tremendous Trey, by the way. He was the reason
big up
why.
Trey.
Yeah, he be making it happen behind the scenes. We had Brian Norman Sr. on the show, and he called Boots a fraud. You know, do you think that those words was warranted? Because he made a plenty of times. That's what I was just talking about, the fight not being made. He mentioned plenty of times where the fights were supposed to be made with Boots fighting other fighters, and fights never seemed to materialize. So he used the words fraud to describe Boots. Do you think those words are warranted?
I mean, personally, look, you know, he's closer to the game at that level than I am, Trill. So he may have some intel that suggests that that's the reason why he's got that feeling. For me, as just a boxing fan, I think that's very, very harsh. I mean, ultimately, any of these fighters want to fight. No one, this ducking business, in this day and age, ducking comes down to money, doesn't it? Ducking comes down to money. They're not scared of each other. Mm-hmm. They're fighters. They fight. And they want to get paid the biggest. Though, you just put it up on the screen there. Yeah. The guy Turkey, he's the man to make it happen. He's going to change both of their lives forever because he'll pay for it.
Yeah, I think if Turkey is behind this fight, I think that this could definitely happen, and put a nice little undercard with it. I think that this can really, really be big. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Robin in the building. Sad news. We got some sad news. Bow, here we go. Sad news. Sebastian Fundora injured his hand during training camp for the Keith Thurman fight. Not only that, Fulton versus Foster fight is off as well. It's been said that Sebastian Fundora, the WBC welterweight title defense versus Keith Thurman, is expected to land on a Manny Pacquiao undercard late in January. How do you feel about that? Was you excited for this fight?
I was looking forward to this one, man. Mm-hmm. I was really looking forward to this one. And I don't know, maybe I've always been a fan of Keith. I've always been a fan of his. I think he's in boxing intelligence and ring craft is very, very good. I know he's disappointed. He's had some nights where he's disappointed. But I was really, really looking forward to this, and I think that this was a good matchup for him. Very, very good matchup for him to look sharp, look slick. And I fancied Thurman going into this one.
Oh yeah, you was going for Thurman? You don't think it was Once Upon a Time Thurman?
Again, maybe that's because I romanticize about these fighters that I wanted to see do great things. You know, what was the fight that was forever going to happen with Thurman as well, and it never come across the line. And they were forever back talking and back and forth.
With him and Errol?
Yeah, him and Errol. That was the one. Like, and I was really, really excited to see that. Both when both of those were in their prime. Oof, what a fight that would have been. So yeah, maybe one time Keith Thurman come back and shows the world something, or it's time for the young buck to take it on. But for me personally, I was edging, but maybe that's just because of the fairy tale of Thurman having one go at it again.
Yeah. One more time. Once upon a time, I thought it was a tall order. No pun intended.
Yeah, that picture you show really says it's a tall order.
It really is, man. And then it seems like Fundora, his last fight, he's starting to get dangerous. He's starting to realize who he is and the gifts that he has, and he's starting to utilize those gifts, the height, the reach, and all that. And then when it gets down, when he peppers his man up with the jabs and the straight right hands. Then he goes inside and then he tries to take him out. You know what I'm saying? So I think Fundora is a dog. I was scared for Keith in this fight, man. I hope that he made a lot of money because this guy is dangerous. This guy is really dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So
you that much is Fundora showing you enough then?
I just think the wear and tear and injuries of Keith Thurman, right? And we seen the progression of Sebastian Fundora. I think is bad. I think that they stopped the fight. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think the accumulation of punches and the scar tissue will get the corner to stop the fight. I don't think Keith, he's not going to stop the fight. Keith is not going to stay down. His heart won't allow him to. His pride won't allow Keith to. But I feel like the judges will get involved, and not the judges, the ref will get involved, or the corner will get involved, and they will stop the fight. You know,
and the feet, and you don't, and obviously because that's what we're talking about. Is he over the hill now? And you don't think the feet can rescue him with the boxing IQ just to turn corners on him and just put a bit of a boxing lesson, just make him miss.
I feel like he's going to have to take the belt away from the champion, and him trying to do that, he's going to have to get inside, and it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous if you get close to him.
Yeah, I feel like if it would be different if Fundora was going to be reckless and he was coming to him and was trying to bring the fight to him. I think that Keith would be able to counter punch him and get some work on it. But this type of fight, I think that Keith is going to have to sell out, and when he does, he's going to take some leather.
Maybe listen, you got me thinking. You got me thinking because maybe I've not put enough respect on Fundora's name. To be honest, he hasn't necessarily given me that yet. But then again, that's probably why these matchmakers are so good at what they do, to take a scalp like Thurman. That's maybe the kick that he needed. How old is Fundora, Trill?
We can check. I think he's really young. He's actually in his 20s, like 26 or something like that. We're gonna fact check that in a second. But yeah, I think this is a dangerous fight for Keith. Oh, this is dangerous. This is really dangerous. Yeah, I said he was 26. The young man is 27. I was a year off.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta make sure I got that clear because people would get at me. He was like, Trill, you was 1 year off, Trill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes to boxing, you can't make no mistakes in here, man. People take it really personal. You know?
They do, man. They do. Every time I say something, I look at my bookmark checks, and there's a lot of bookmark. People are ready to bring those receipts back to me too. You know, so you have to make sure you come correct.
Yeah, definitely. Side question though, because we were just talking about how the fight's going to be rescheduled to January, on Manny Pacquiao. Do you want to see Manny Pacquiao in there again? And it's rumored that he was going to be in there against Rolly Ramirez.
Rolly.
Yeah, like the boxing man, talk to me, set me straight, man. Maybe it's me. You know, I've been telling everybody it's because of my older age I'm becoming soft. You know, is it me becoming soft in my older age? But I don't want to see Manny Pacquiao in there. I want to keep the memory of the Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao that I got in my head. I don't want to see him getting knocked out or seriously hurt going in here with one of these young guys.
I don't want to see either. You know, it depends if we you know, we all tune into these fantasy fights and you know, these older fighters coming back and earning a load of money to go and take on a YouTuber or whatever. Fine, good luck to him. But we're talking about he's actually trying to make a boxing career decision at his age to take on Rolly. I mean, do I think he can beat Rolly? Yes, I do. I do still think he could beat him. Yeah, but at the same time, it's not like you said, you know, when we go down a rabbit hole and we get onto YouTube and we get onto those HBO Manny Pacquiao nights, and you just like, even now I'm getting goosebumps thinking about like that. That's what he brought. Those Marquez fights, like just everything about him. Whereas I'm like, oh, he's fighting Rolly, is he? Okay, I'll watch for sure, but I'm not excited.
Yeah, Trey's in the comment section. He called this a cherry pick on Manny's part and a calculated decision, but he said it's a very dangerous fight, though. The reason why it's a very dangerous fight is because you can't cheat Father Time. You know, right? You can't cheat Father Time. And we done seen fighters, great fighters, go in there and lose to lesser fighters when it's the time is over, you know? And people tend to fight even when they pass their time. Rolly has been known to surprise people.
Yeah.
And one thing is for sure, two things is for certain, is that Rolly can punch.
Rolly can bang.
Everybody will tell you that Rolly will punch. People in the gym, they might clown him or say whatever. You done heard everybody say all these ridiculous things about him, you know? But one thing that they said, Tank included,
Yeah.
that boy can punch.
He can bang.
You know, and I think
and he's going to land. He's going to land on Pacquiao. He will land.
Yeah,
and it's just like you said, it's whether he's got the resistance or Pacquiao becomes, if we do actually end up seeing that fight, Pacquiao's too cute with his ring IQ and just stays completely away from, because it's always a bomb in it. It's like you say what you want about Rolly. He's good value for what he is. You know, no one's getting too carried away with him beating Ryan Garcia. Well, I certainly aren't. I'm not getting too carried away with it. But it's that bomb in it. It's just that like boom. And because he does pack a punch, if it lands, then there's a question to be asked. It's whether Manny goes in there with that idea of just boxing his head off and almost going on his back foot and just going for a walk. And people might say that that doesn't add up to what Manny Pacquiao is.
Shoot, but if he does, he'll be making history.
He'll
be making history. O'Shaquie Foster and Stephen Fulton, the WBC Super Featherweight title fight, is being rescheduled for December 6th in San Antonio. That's another fight that I'm sad about. Yeah. That was canceled. It sucks, right? It sucks, right? Just because it's a trickle down effect. Because Fondadora, these guys are not big enough stars to be by themselves
to carry the card.
That their fight gets taken off, and so does Romas Jr. and Little Shane. That fight gets taken off as well. I was looking forward to seeing that fight. That sucks, but both guys will be fighting on. And speaking of December 6th, on the Isaac, we put it up right here. Bow on December 6th. Pitbull Cruz and Lamar Roach Jr. face off for the first time on December 6th in Texas. You know, so I'm guessing that the co-main will be Foster versus Fulton. Are you excited for this fight that they're gonna PBC is giving us? It's gonna be a pay-per-view fight. Yeah,
this is a great fight, and I'm glad to see Roach getting a good payday as well, because doesn't mean that I am anti-Tank, but I thought that Roach had, we've spoke about these type of things. A guy can have that. It sucks with boxing for this. A guy can have that one night where all the stars have aligned for him to be that man that night. And that's the thing that, fame, money, sure, that'll come. But that's the thing that he can take, when he's on his way out and he looks at his kids and says, I had that night. And for me, that night was taken away from him from poor judging. So I'm really, really happy for him that he's going to start to get paid in these fights now. People are putting a bit more respect on him.
Poor judging or poor reffing?
Well, yeah. I mean, the refereeing was a joke, but even I mean, look, I think it's a great fight. It's a great fight, and Cruz is all action, so you know what you get.
Yeah, this is good. This is going to be one of those ones. This is going to be a good action fight. We know Pitbull only got one gear.
Yeah.
And he's not playing around.
He's coming for blood. He's coming to take that's the only way he knows. This is the fighting game. This is the hurt business. That's how he sees it. He don't see it as no science. He sees it as I'm walking through those ropes and I'm coming to take your head off.
Yeah, you said something about the purse. Did you hear anything about the purse yet, or how much? I know he's going to be getting a lot more money now. Because he also mentioned that as well. I think
No.
something was more than like he's definitely taking home $1 million.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Trill. Like, I don't know that I haven't seen that leaked yet, but I would imagine now, because he's a name that you can recognize, because even if you don't respect his boxing, what you'll say is, oh, the guy that got robbed against Tank. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I know that sucks for Roach, but like ultimately, if that's going to get him an extra naught on his paycheck, then let's do it. You know what I mean? And then he has his night. He could potentially have his night against Pitbull and start making regular good dough. But there's one thing for sure, and we know this, with that fight that Tank's about to embark on, and no hate on Tank for taking that fight, but once Tank has that fight, takes that type of money, he ain't getting up for that Roach rematch, no matter what. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Do you think there's some added pressure on Lamar Roach? Because of, just like you said, a lot of people thought he won, and if the Reb would have counted it and knocked down, then to me, he would have won on by 2 points,
Pitbull is the happiest man in boxing right now, because he's like, obviously I'd have to go back and watch it. I can't remember watching it, but obviously Roach lost to Herring, didn't he? Do you remember? And so there was some flaws that night. Yes, he had a good night against Tank, but what was Tank's training camp? He wasn't even listening to Calvin in the corner. Like, it was crazy what was going off. That I don't know if that was the polished version of Tank that we've been excited about before, in terms of like where was his head at coming into that camp. Coming into that fight. So Isaac probably sees this as there's pressure on Roach, because he's the one that should have took down one of the faces of boxing. And so the pressure's on him, and Pitbull will be thinking, this is great for me because I get a big payday and I can take a scalp.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting fight. We got Trey in the corner. Al Heyman surely is getting a slice of the Tank Paul money. Yeah, he definitely is. To fund these events. That's actually something, because you know what, to what you were saying, I wouldn't say why not, right? Why not? I think he might be getting some, because Al is the one that said to Tank that he didn't want him to be fighting much longer anyway.
Yeah.
So he's the one that put that bug in his ear. So maybe it really is Al telling him, maybe it's time to focus on some other stuff and worry about life after boxing. Once again, everybody, I just want to thank everybody who's tuned in and locked in right now. Me and the Boxing Man, we're just chopping it up right now on the Commissioner's Recap. Also, please, you see this QR code right there in the corner? Please hit the QR code. You'll be able to download my new single, Trill Fiki, out right now. You see it right here? Boom, wow, just above me, right there. Bang, just hit that and wow, it's on and popping. But the Boxing Man moving right along in the heavyweight division. And right in the heavyweight division, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to my man Trey holding it down. We're gonna swing over to the heavyweight division. Wow. In heavyweight news, Magomedov has set his sights on fighting Anthony Joshua, after his victory over Dave Allen. AJ said he would give the young man a shot. What do you think of this possible matchup?
Yeah, I mean,
let's look at it. What do you think? Bow. This is right there. We got the faces. It's lined up. What do you think it is for AJ's return?
AJ. Nah, look. I had a good debate the other day after I jumped on a show with Last Bell Boxing. So shout out to those boys, and specifically Carl. And we talked about is it the right thing for AJ to give this guy the opportunity? I mean, AJ completely flattens him. because it's almost like he's tailor-made like Ngannou, where he's got more boxing skills, obviously, than Ngannou, because he had a good amateur career as well. But he walks straight down the line, and AJ will hit him with the square shot, and he'll put him out, and that's fine. Like, because there's levels that we can't be getting excited about Dave Allen. Dave Allen's never won a British title, and then so we can't speak in the same breath of just because of what he did to another British heavyweight, Johnny Fisher. We don't know whether Johnny Fisher was ever going to be anything special. But again, the Matchroom money train got us all thinking that he was going to be the next one. Dave Allen's this is his 8th loss, and Matt Madoff's lost twice. Yes, AJ's coming off the back of that, being knocked out in front of nearly 100,000 people at Wembley, and his confidence is waning. He'd love that fight. I think AJ would love that fight, but I don't know if the public is going to allow it. Public's not going to allow a rebuild number 4 for AJ, or 3, or whatever they call it, 3.5. I don't think the public, and I'm a massive AJ fan, I don't think the public's going to allow it. But AJ, and I said this the other day as well, AJ does what AJ wants. If AJ wants to fight him for a small purse, to knock somebody out, to feel good again, then he does that. But I tell you why it's risky, Trill, because maybe this guy is heavy-handed. Maybe this guy is a bit of a beast. And what about if he hits AJ on the side of the head and he's on the floor again? That puts away that Bacoli Africa money, and that puts away that Tyson Fury potential 2 fights. So it's risky for him. He may as I know he gets Ben Davison gets some crap for saying to him roll the dice, but this is where he does need to roll the dice with his career. He can't be having any. For me, he can't be having any tune-ups. He's got to go in there for the biggest name, for the biggest purse. The only one that if it's not Tyson Fury, I think the only one he'll get away with is fighting Bacoli in Africa. That's the only one.
Let's go to the comment section real quick. He said, yours truly, Trey said, you speaking facts. Not sure if it's my phone, but the Q card code didn't work. I'm gonna leave it up there for you then, Robin. I'm gonna leave it up there for you. I'm gonna leave it up for you then. See if it just need a little bit of time. Maybe I was just too fast with the QR code and all that. High risk, low reward.
Exactly.
20 Boxes says, yeah, the boxing man on point as always.
Big respect, 20. In fact, 20 was in the conversation. I did a couple of watch-alongs, and we spoke about this over time about what the right move is. I mean, I'm passionate about seeing AJ do well, because I think what he did for British boxing, he brought the love back to a lot of households, and he started to get British fighters paid again. But at the same time, I think now it's no rebuild. It's straight. Let's get to work.
Yeah, there. Say AJ sleeps him. Yeah, I'm with you. I think AJ will sleep him too. And I think which I was thinking, like what you mentioned earlier, it was like a confidence booster, like AJ's needs, you know what I'm saying, just to get a little rust off before he gets in there with the likes of these other guys. I definitely want to see him running back with Damian Dubois. That's something that, one of my fantasy fights, because I really think in the bottom of my heart, he just took the man lightly, but he got his number. He got him. I think he could beat him and get some respect back. And because a lot of people was disappointed in that fight. I know yours truly, Trey, was disappointed, because I was disappointed as well. I thought that he was going to go in there and he was going to knock him out, and he wasn't even going to celebrate. They rocked the guy in the first round with it. Yeah,
he did. He's right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I have a theory on the Dubois thing, whether it's right or wrong, but there are certain sparring stories out there, and Trey, you know that Trill, that we don't bring them in all the time. Mm-hmm. But the only reason I bring this one in is because apparently Dubois did flatten AJ as a young guy, but he stuck it on him in sparring, which I think that's what Daniel Dubois, when he walked out as a young guy, and I know he's had all this quitter in him, he's looked at AJ and gone, I've seen you on your back. And so rather than AJ coming and tuck thinking this young buck's going to run at me and he's a heavyweight, he's going to hit me with everything. AJ's hands are down here, and the shot that he landed on him in the first round, and you see those pictures of AJ's jaw like out here like that. AJ should have been asleep, and it's like fair play to AJ for actually carrying on after that shot. But he took a wild shot that he didn't need to take. And Dubois knew what he was going to do. He was going to run after him. He was going to stick it on him. I'm not showing you any respect because I've had you on your back in sparring. And AJ wasn't calculated and clever enough to ride the first couple of rounds out, let that nervous, young energy, get out of his body. And then AJ just old man him a little bit, tap that body, and get ready to set that left hook uppercut. And he didn't do any of that. So at the same time, all the flowers in the world go to Daniel Dubois. It changed his life. And I think it was fantastic. I think it was fantastic what he did, beating the cash cow in front of all those many people. And he'll forever, his name in British boxing history will forever go down because of what he did to AJ that night.
Unless AJ gets some get back. That's what AJ need to do. AJ need to get some get back. So you're saying that you're against this fight right here? You're against this warm-up fight? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm not, because I can give you I can spit all those facts and tell you all those things. And a few of the boys that know I'm a big AJ fan, I sent them a message the other day saying, listen, that train's coming out and I'm coming to pick you guys up. You're in first class and I'm going to be the captain of that train and we're back on it again. AJ, let's go. So listen, like I said, he's AJ. He can fight whoever he wants and we're all going to watch it. I don't care what anybody says. We're all going to watch it because he's AJ. But at the same time, it's risky. And as much as I do think he could knock this guy out, it's also quite risky.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you, especially in this division with these big boys. And we seen what happened with Andy Ruiz when we all thought he was going to wash Andy Ruiz for his United States debut. Shout out to 20 Boxing, by the way. We're in this prediction league on Red Corner Boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
20's a great lad.
Yeah. So go check that out on Wednesdays 3:30 Eastern time, and I think that's 8:30 if you're in the UK. So go check that out. It's on Red Corner Boxing. It's the prediction league. I might have to get my lawyer involved if I'm not number one next week. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling them. I was telling them I'm gonna do a Devin, get my lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in League One, and I was officially the worst scoring predictor this week with a score of 97. So I don't even want to talk about that league right now, Trill. I don't.
Yeah, man. It'd be crazy. It'd be some fights that Mr. Neutral put together. I ain't never even heard of some of these fighters, man. They be from like Japan with like only 3 fights and stuff like that. It's brutal. It's brutal.
I think he laughs when he sends us the schedule. I think he's like, go on then, boys. Go try and find some intel on that one.
Again, definitely.
Shout out to Mr. Neutral. Just had an operation this weekend, and he's recovering well. So big up, Mr. Neutral.
Yeah, definitely. If you're watching right now, Mr. Neutral, nothing but love, man. He's the top. That's why we call him the classy one. Yeah. Frank Warren has confirmed that Tyson Fury still intends to come out of retirement and fight again 2026, and he wants the big names. How do you feel about your favorite heavyweight?
Yeah. Careful.
That's what I had to throw in there. I said I had one for you. That was it right there.
That fan base is not a big fan of mine. I know that. No, but you know what? It's all a bit of banter, a bit of rival fanism going on. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, and I said this the other day, like when it was 3 years ago today, when he did what he did to Wilder, and that was it, the second or third fight. Like Tyson Fury is given us some great nights, and he's a character. But at the end of the day, I think. To be honest, he's one of them that, you could see him have 2 AJ fights. You definitely could. Mm-hmm. Or you could see him not do anything for 5 years and then come back and go on like a run of 5 fights, taking on just because he loves it and he wants it, But if he's smart and this was all a play, or this 16th time retiring, it's just a play for Turkey to go. AJ's not got nothing left, really. In terms of his value and commercial value, he's only got 3 commercial value fights in him, AJ. Really, like where they can make a bit of money off him. And obviously, I think it's great that you brought Dubois' name back in. That's a money fight. Bacoli's a money fight only because of where they want to stage it. And obviously Tyson Fury, there's no bigger fight. I mean, other than the purses that were for Pac-Man and Mayweather, I think that this will be the highest earning purse fighters have ever had. Because that's what I think that what Fury's play's been. He's holding out enough where Turkey just goes, right, have it all. There you go. Get it on. That's what I think.
How about a fight here? I'm gonna throw a fight title out for you. About Time. Say if I had a fight title called About Time, and we put Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, would you pay to see that fight?
Yes, 100%. And I think both sides, and that's a great shout, to be fair, because even when we're saying Deontay's not Deontay, AJ's not AJ, and we'll do all those, that's a terrible fight. Deontay Wilder's fan base will watch it 100%, be all over it, and AJ's fan base will be all over it. That to bring them two together, the press conference, the build up, the everything. It's just, I just don't think it's realistic. I just don't think it's realistic anymore. It's almost like their names don't get put together anymore, do they?
Yeah. I mean, it's still one of those fights, right? Those dream fights that we talk about in the chats. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if? It always gets brought up once in a while. People still, and then it gets everybody's blood boiling once again, and everybody starts saying, "Hey, but if this was at this time, and if this was at this time, he would have cracked it with the right hand." After the losses that Deontay Wilder took, and after the losses that Anthony Joshua took, and we see the circus, how boxing is moving. I still feel like they could put some butts in seats and sell some pay-per-views for that fight. And I think there'll be, it's gonna, after the fight, I'm sure everybody's gonna be like, oh, I wish this fight would have happened when it was supposed to, or this and that. Even though I feel like out of the two, AJ is the fresher.
Yeah.
He's the fresher. I think those fights with Tyson Fury really took a lot out of Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder was fantastic in the third fight. Against he was Malik had him doing what he'd been trying. He just obviously faced a bigger man that was too powerful in the end. But I had a lot of respect for Deontay Wilder that night because he actually had a game plan. He boxed well. He was tapping his body and he was moving well. Prior to they all started fighting each other, and again, this theory has been blown out of the water, but I always had a theory that even before, I think AJ had lost to Ruiz, but before they all started fighting each other and fighting Usyk, I had a theory that because of styles, Deontay Wilder would knock AJ out. This is prior. This
is a long time. You know what?
Yeah.
Approximately me and you, we are on the same thing. When I first seen Deontay Wilder and he beat Stavern for the WBC title, I was like, wow. I thought that back then, I thought that he would, obviously we know now. Yeah. But back then, I thought that he would beat Anthony Joshua because I thought Anthony Joshua was so robotic at the time. It seemed like he was just like so stiff. And
what got me thinking, Trill, was that punch that Klitschko hit AJ with when he dropped him, that punch he hit him with. I thought to myself, if Deontay Wilder hits him with that same punch, AJ's going completely to sleep. And that was my theory, that if he walked down like that and Deontay Wilder just hit him. But then on the flip side, I mean, fair play to Fury. He's gone on and beat Wilder twice officially, but a lot of people say it should be 3. I thought that AJ would get inside of Fury and knock him out with an uppercut and an overhand left to finish the fight. I always felt like AJ, because the same thing with the sparring stories theory, AJ's been in there and he's given Tyson Fury a lesson when he was a pup. And you can say what you want about sparring, but it's the confidence that it brings, Trill. It's the confidence of knowing that you've had a man on the other side of the ropes that's been in a very, very, very tough situation. But anyway, this is all fantasy because it hasn't happened. But I definitely feared for AJ more against the Deontay Wilder than I did Tyson Fury. But then this is why I don't know nothing about boxing, because Tyson Fury went on to beat him twice. So
and this was I give Deontay Wilder a lot of credit. I got to give him his flowers. The first fight I did score a draw. I think that Tyson Fury boxed his ears off, but I think there was the knockdowns. I got to count the knockdowns, and I think with the knockdowns, it made it a draw. The second fight, we know Tyson Fury won. Deontay Wilder came. He lost all my respect. Deontay Wilder, he went everywhere. He went race baiting. He went to the part saying that people was cheating. There was egg weights. There was everything.
What he did to Breland,
really disgusting.
What he did to Breland as well was outrageous.
They said the autopsy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was a lot of glove gate. It rubbed me the wrong way. But one thing that he said was that he was really hurt about was that he wasn't given the chance to go out on his shield. That part stood out of everything, because in the third fight he proved that.
Oh yeah,
he proved that, and he proved that he was a dog. He got my respect. More than I thought. I went the next day, we had a show, and I went talking, and the only thing I could talk about was, even though I predicted Tyson Fury to win, the only thing I kept talking about was Deontay Wilder. How he proved me wrong. The heart of him, the spirit of him, the dog in him. You know, being outweighed by how much he was weighed, being punched on by this big guy, you know, this man, you know, Tyson Fury, who was punching down on him, weighing down on him. He was willing to go out on his shield. You had to respect it.
Nothing but respect for both of them that night. But specifically, I'm with you, mate. I thought Deontay Wilder was tremendous, and you know, he gave everything he physically could that night, and just came up short because the bigger man had his number.
Yeah, even when Tyson Fury went down, I seen that right hand. If you go back and watch, ladies and gentlemen, if you go back and you watch that right hand shook his whole body.
Yeah, they literally did.
When it went down, his whole body shook.
Yeah.
When Deontay Wilder hit him with everything he had, and Tyson Fury was able to get up and weather the storm. So yeah, if y'all ain't seen that fight, y'all gotta go back and watch that fight. Me and Mr. Neutral got a show called Fight Night Chronicles, FNC, where we, you know, talk about old classic fights. I think that's one of the fights that we need to revisit. And I'm gonna have you come on the Boxing Man. We're gonna come on there with me, and we're gonna call that fight together and talk about that fight, because that was a tremendous fight, as our brother Trey would say. It's getting close. I need to get some. What we got from Fury got up. Early predictions. I need an early predictions from you in case I don't see you next week. Fabio Worley versus Joseph Parker. Who are you leaning for? Who do you
I can keep this really simple for you. A Parker wide decision.
Yeah, me too.
Andy Lee is a very, very smart man, a very, very humble man. I've got so much admiration for him. I mean, you know, that classic fight where he's out on his shield and then he knocks the guy out. Who was that? Who was it that he knocked out? Do you remember that fight, Trill?
Who? Andy Lee?
Andy Lee, where he was out.
Jackson.
Oh,
it was Jackson.
Unbelievable.
Kid Jackson.
But I think that what he's done with him, being almost this kind of brother, father figure to him, he lives and breathes everything that Parker's been doing on the recovery of, looking at a guy that lost to Joe Joyce, and then since that, look at what we've seen, the resurgence of him, and I think he'll just be. And Parker's a bit pissed off right now as well, because I think he's like, put some respect on me. Like you lot are sleeping on me because I'm doing everything right, and no one wants to put my name in front of Usyk. So I think he comes out, and obviously Fabio's got the what he did to Justice Huni. He's got the puncher's chance, and I love Fab. I love Fab. I think he's, you know, forget this white collar. I'm not buying into that. This is a guy that took his chance. He's a solidified fighter now. You know, he got outclassed a little bit against Huni for boxing skills, but we're in the fight game. You know, he needed to land that punch, and he did, and he knocked him clean out. So, but I think Parker's got too much for him, and I think it'll be a wide UD.
I said Jackson, right? Andy Lee did Jackson. Jackson. Yeah, it was right. I was right. It was John Jackson.
Yeah,
I had to make sure. Because, you know, like I was saying, you know, they'll be all over me. Like, yo, Trill, you act like you one of the boxing women. You know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah. I was just making sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, you were on point there straight away. There's no hesitation either. So,
yeah. I love this sport. I really do, man. I love this sport. There's a lot of cool sports out there, man. I'm good at basketball. Of course, I'm good at basketball from the projects. You know what I'm saying? And football is cool and baseball is cool, but there's nothing like boxing.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing like boxing, man. Boxing is just, you learn a lot about a fighter, you know, and you learn a lot about yourself, you know, 100%. Boxing. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the gym, I've been sparring, and it's just something about, you know, going home and your jaw's hurting and your head's hurting, feel like, and then you just wake up and you want to do it again, man. You don't play boxing. Yeah,
crazy. It's crazy. Or, you know, you I had an amateur career, but you go 6 rounds of sparring with a guy, and afterwards you got nothing but love for him. It's crazy, isn't it? Like you've just punched the living daylights out of each other, and then straight afterwards it's nothing but, you know, the embrace and a big respect. You know, that's what boxing will do. It'll humble you. It'll also show you discipline. You know, that's why we love the game.
Yeah, I definitely love this sport. But like I was saying about Joseph Parker and what I think this is JP's time.
Yeah.
Finally, this is JP's time. He had the belt before, you know, but it really wasn't like he didn't have the chance to really be the man. It wasn't his time.
No.
I was mad when Daniel Dubois got the call.
Massively. I was
so upset against Usyk. I was upset that he got the call. I think the only person who was deserving of that opportunity was a JP. Seeing his fights coming off with the Big Bang Zing and what he did to Wilder, I thought that he deserved the shot to go in there with the name. He was trained, like you said, training under Andy Lee, and he was in the camps with Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
You know, and I heard that he was doing good work in the camp with Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
You know, and it seemed like he learned something.
Oh, yeah.
This is like a new and improved Joseph Parker.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people like to bring up the Juggernaut. They like to bring up that fight. But I believe in my heart of hearts that if Joseph Parker didn't get tired, he landed everything but the kitchen sink. He got tired from hitting the Juggernaut over and over so many times that's why he was able to, you know, he got tired and he got caught, and that's how he lost. But I thought that fight right there destroyed the Juggernaut because he was never the same after that fight. I think he chipped the armor, and he doesn't get the respect he deserves because you know the winner gets to write the story. But if you go back and you watch that fight, I think that he is the reason that the Juggernaut was never the same ever again. You know?
Fair. Yeah, fair. I went back to England for Christmas in 2021, and I went to the Manchester Arena to watch Parker versus Chisora 2. And he pieced him up that night. I think he had him on the floor 4 times. But you could see there that Andy Lee, you can see an Andy Lee style fighter, you know, like their footwork is good. And they've got a clean jab, but they're looking for you to make that quick mistake to bang. And that's why I thought it was a great move that Shiraz has gone to him. I think that's a dream to go and be trained for his style. To be going trained by Andy Lee is a dream.
Yeah, you know, because Andy Lee got the cheat code.
Yeah.
Here's the secret. This is the secret that nobody tends to mention about Andy Lee. You know, Andy Lee has the cheat code. The reason why I say this, and this is for people who's not really tuned in and locked into the sport like this, he was trained by the great
I know, yes.
Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
He has that in his arsenal.
And that's why he's going to be an amazing trainer, isn't it? Because he's been around that. Like, yeah.
It doesn't get no better than Emmanuel, you know?
Yeah, he was always going to be a great trainer after being trained by him. Always.
Yeah. Andy Lee was always one of my two favorite fighters as well. And I remember that knockout when he did that to John Jackson. That actually messed up like John Jackson's career. He was undefeated at the time. You know, he was coming in there. He was riding high. He was supposed to be the next one. I forgot who he was talking. He was talking trash. He was talking about fighting somebody else. And Andy Lee put that to bed. He put that to bed. Straight right hand. This is a question I've been asking all my guests before the year ends. What fight are you looking forward to the most?
Do you know what? People don't read things when you put stuff out there, and it's okay. And I'm happy to take the abuse at times, but I really am looking forward to Benavidez Yard, and I'm not with it saying that Yard wins the fight. But I just think Yard's a dog, and he's going to go after Benavidez. He's not going to sit there and be a fanboy. He's going to go after him. So we could see an extremely devastating knockout from David Benavidez. But I think Yard's going to put it on him. It's going to make it interesting early, and then Benavidez will get a late stoppage. But I put something out the other day and just said, you don't know nothing about boxing if you don't respect Yard. And that's all I said. I didn't say that he was going to win. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that whole card is something that I'm looking forward to. I'm not gonna lie. The David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard fight, Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes, Bam versus Martinez. Then you got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. I'm excited to see that fight, seeing that I interviewed both fathers, Devin Haney's father, Bill, and Brian Norman's father, Mr.
I'm looking forward to that one too. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good build-up, that one.
Yeah. I'm with you, 20 boxing, man. I'm with you, man. It's a great card. Yes, and like you were saying with the David Benavidez, Anthony Yard fight, I think Anthony Yard's a dog.
Yeah.
I really do. I really think he's a dog. He's one of those guys that people forget he had to learn on the job. He's one of those that learned on the job, and when he was doing it good. He gave champions all they can, when he's supposed to get washed, he gave champions all they can handle.
I remember, I mean, it was heartbreaking to see it happen at the time, but what he was doing to Kovalev and then just ran out of steam. But I think I'm right in saying that there's an interview afterwards, and they interview Yard, and I think he's still got his gloves on in the changing room after being stopped. And it's just a beautiful interview where he talks about, I was never meant to be here. Like I was not that guy. I was supposed to be doing something else in life. I was supposed to go down the wrong path. And now I can pay for my family to do this and that and the other. And it was just like, no excuses. Yeah, I got tired. He was just telling the world, I tried to be great today and I came up short. No excuses. And he never made any excuses when he lost to Lyndon either. He didn't, he lost in the build up to that, he lost his dad to COVID, I think. And Lyndon jabbed his head off, but that's what Lyndon's got. Lyndon Arthur's got a fantastic jab. Never made any excuses there. And whenever he steps up, he's come up short. But what we're talking here, we're talking Kovalev, we're talking the beast.
Beterbiev.
Yeah, Beterbiev, yeah, and he's obviously lost to Lyndon Arthur, but he's ran that one back, and that's probably why he's getting a bit of crap right now, because he ran that back one too many times. Like, they've had 3 fights when it was done after the rematch. But look, I'm going a long way around saying it. That's the one I'm looking forward to because I think it's going to be exciting early. I just don't think Anthony Yard knows anything else other than to bow down on the gum shield and put his head down and let's go. We're fighting. And I actually, again, because this tweet, everyone's got me thinking that I'm being disrespectful. I think Benavidez is one of the most exciting fighters out there. And I want to see Yard bring it out of him, to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for another episode of the Commissioner's Recap. I want to thank the Boxing Man. The Boxing Man, please tell the people where they can find you at.
I'm about. just hit me up on the Boxing Man _ on Twitter. And I just say this is that it's always, you know, fair convos. Like you got your person that you like. No, there's never. I'm not a disrespectful tweet. I wind the Fury boys up a bit, but it's just a bit of banter. It's all about having great conversations, and I wouldn't for that app. I wouldn't have met somebody like yourself, and I love our conversations, Trill. So thanks for having me on again, mate.
No, definitely. You definitely gonna be on the show again. It's actually like Trey says, you both. You know, it's actually definitely a pleasure, man, to be able to chop it up with somebody that's like-minded like you, man. That's just a great guy, man. So everybody, please, if you're on X, man, be respectful. Go holler at my man, the Boxing Man. He's definitely one of those top guys, man. He's one of those ones, man. So definitely chop it up with him. My single, you already know what it is. Trill Fiki is out right now. You seen the Q card. Q code is right there. Bow. And the video is coming soon.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the Trill, cause this is where it's at.
Had to throw that in there. That's just a shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? But thank you, Robin, man, and thank you once again, the Boxing Man, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, man, for coming on and chopping it up with me. You got to come on again, man, because, you know, I got to get your predictions right before the fight, because you might switch up. You might switch up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got to have you on before the big fight comes. You know what I'm saying? Before November 22nd, you're definitely going to see the Boxing Man back on the show. Thank you. Thank you once again for coming on. And thank you, everybody that's locked in right now. You know, I appreciate it from the heart. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And we are out of here. Peace. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Come roll with the Trill, cause this is where it's at. I stepping through the front, got me lounging in the back, celebrating with the team, tell the DJ run it back. I've been getting money, ho, grinding with my kinfolk, riding in the Benzo, sitting on Lorenzo.